5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Please do not change channel.
From Krypton Radio, brought to you by Famous Faces and Funnies and Off the Chain with Yvonne Mason. It's the Hangin With Web Show Radio Hour, the Internet's premier pop culture talk radio show. You're tuned in, you're logged on, and now, your host, award-winning author and journalist GW Pomichter. Who are you hanging with?
Hello, World Wide Web. Welcome to the Hangin With Web Show Live. We are here in the studio, but we've got just lots of stuff to go over. We went off to Dragon Con. Awesome time, by the way. That was great.
Wow.
Guys, we were told in advance, so we kind of had a bit of a schedule who we wanted to see and where they were. But I would tell anybody going to Dragon Con, grab the app in advance, know where all your folks are, because they're spread around to various venues throughout the downtown Atlanta area, and know where everybody is that you want to see, because and of course, enjoy yourself and see whoever you can see along the way, but know where your folks are, because it's huge, massive. We were able to see our good friend Mark Lee for about 7 seconds.
Yes.
Mark was very busy and bouncing around. He was, helping with the parade, and he was doing panels all day and doing amazing things. We got to spend a little time in the writer's block with some great friends. We got to see great friends like Dave, DJ Butler.
Oh, that was wonderful. I
right.
forgot exactly how tall he was.
Yes.
And he had on a fabulous hat, because he's always got that hat.
There was a drive-by hug from best-selling science fiction author Charles Gannon, who was there, a great Hangin With Web Show alumnus.
And then we had a wonderful chat with Mark Idlehite.
Yeah, oh my Lord, that was fantastic. That was fantastic.
And his wife Liz.
And we got to meet the young lady who ran the writer's track this year.
Yes, Seska.
Seska was awesome, and
she stuck out her tongue at all of us, which was fun.
And potentially got invited to participate in the writer's track next year.
Oh, that'll be fun. I can't wait.
With the show, so we'll be able to interview authors from Dragon Con, because Dragon Con has very, very strict rules. And the nature of Dragon Con, it is so big, and there are so many celebrities, authors, writers, artists, so many special guests of Dragon Con that getting the kind of coverage that we do as a talk show is very difficult, because it is so much in flux, depends upon the schedule there. So being invited to put in to be a participant in the track itself, where we can set up and do our thing, is pretty special. We're looking forward to maybe doing that next year.
I think that will be
that was awesome.
Wonderful.
But we did have a great time. Cosplay Michael, of course, rocking the Robin.
Yeah, I like that. Rockin' Robin.
Yeah, see what I did there?
I do.
That's awesome, huh? So yeah, he was rocking the Robin. He was doing great, and it was great. He got to see his convention friends, which was great. We got to see Casa Commotion.
Yes.
Shalane and Dean,
who were in the parade.
They were in the parade, and boy, and then of course, we got to catch them in between, again, just like Mark, coming from the parade route, sprinting through the hotel to get back to redo Shalane's makeup for a photo shoot.
Yes. Hi, Terry.
Hi, Terry. How are you, man? So we had all that going on at Dragon Con, and chasing around Cosplay Michael, who was robining all through the streets of Atlanta.
Yes, and he ran into a bunch of robins.
Yes.
It was awesome.
Yeah, well, a lot of that is, I think, Titans, DC Universe's Titans show is making Robin a more prominent hero in popular culture today. And so there were a lot of Robins. Cosplay Michael does the animated version of the Tim Drake Robin.
Yes.
And so there were a lot of Dick Grayson Robins. There were a lot of adult, there were some Nightwings, and so a lot of that going on.
If anybody hasn't checked out Cosplay Michael's Instagram page, there's a wonderful picture where he was in there with another Robin from the Titans, and he was photobombed by Hawk and Dove.
Yes, that's kind of cool. That was awesome.
Wonderful.
Yes. So that was Dragon Con, and from there, while we were slated to come home and start processing the data and the video and the photos from Dragon Con, apparently our hometown was very popular, and Hurricane Dorian was headed our way. So they said.
Yes.
Yes. And it did come our way. It actually went right by us. It brushed the coast
Yes, it
here
stayed
in
far enough offshore. We were blessed for that.
But we were able to go up to Tennessee and visit with Dylan and Kim Pomichter and our baby granddaughter Giselle, who is a rock star already at 10 months.
Indeed.
A superstar. And so that was a lot of fun. Deanna, did you have fun? Did you have fun on your evacuation?
I love being grandma on my vacation.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Plus, I got a new puppy, which was also fun.
Yes, well, you didn't get a new puppy. Giselle got a new puppy, and that was a lot of fun. And we spent some time up there, and we got some great things going on. One of the things we got out of that, guys, and I don't think we have a lower thirds for it yet, so I'm just going to spew it out here in the universe. Maybe Sage can put it in the thing. Is Dylan Pomichter is now our new Patreon manager.
Oh, yes.
And he has, because we have not had very much luck in using our Patreon platform. We haven't, been as good as we could have at setting up the tier system and the reward system, et cetera. Dylan took a look at it and said he could probably do a lot better, and he has. Mm-hmm. He's come up with some great tiers that include things like 3-day advanced early copies of our daily interview shows. So if you're a patron, a certain amount, you get to get early access to those shows, I think 3 days early.
Yes, it was 3 days early.
And that's going to be awesome. And then he's got some merchandising ones where we're going to give away some merches and enter some drawings.
Hashtag all the ideas.
Oh, my Lord, all the ideas. He had great ideas. He did a phenomenal job. He's reset and restocked the Patreon thing. So it's patreon.com/hangin with.
I will put it in
show.
the feed once I am currently unfrozen.
That's right. So that's the new Patreon news. And Dylan Pomichter is running our Patreon page. We also got some new merchandising ideas and some new merchandising opportunities. Thanks to Dylan and Kim.
Hey there, old guy cosplay.
Hey, Brad Bradley, old guy cosplay in the house. How you doing, man? So we got some great new merchandising things for both the Hangin With Web Show, Cosplay Michael, the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, the whole team here, from Mommy and G Creations.
I love that.
That's right, Mommy and G, Kim and Giselle. Giselle's 10 months old, but I'm telling you, she's rocking the merchandising already. And so Mommy and G Creations will be doing some great, they do the great vinyl letters.
They do.
And things. So
you have to tell them what we did for Steven.
Yes. Well, everybody knows Steven Pomichter has been the sort of the chief behind the scenes force for our show. He comes and helps us set up the set when we're on location. He comes here to the studio to help me build things and make up new stuff. And it's been a running commentary from the Kitchen Killers, who you guys know from our feed. The Kitchen Killers dubbed Steven sort of the universal techie and roadie for all of the shows. And he is the guy that lifts up heavy things and puts them down.
He is very good at that.
And he's very good at that. And so Mommy and G Creations created a T-shirt for him that says, "Hello, my name is Steven," and like one of those little name badges you get when you go to a cocktail party.
I love it.
And then it says, "I lift heavy things up," and on the back it says, "I put them down." And there are the logos for the Kitchen Killers and the Hangin With Web Show, and we'll be adding logos as we go along. So, but that was from Mommy and G Creations. It was awesome. And so we're going to be doing some new merchandising things. And to get involved in those things before they come to the public, all you have to do is go over to patreon.com/Hangin With Web Show.
Yes, I did put it down in the feed.
It's in the feeds in the chat. And go over there and become a patron of the show. And if you become a patron of the show, then you're going to get access to early episodes, some of that merchandise. We're going to be doing book giveaways from some of our authors.
That's going to be fun.
We've got a whole collection of Hangin With Web Show author books that we're going to be able to go through and give out as part of to our patrons. Also, we're going to do kind of the our recommended reading list for the month, things that we've read through and
exactly.
from our alumni and that we've enjoyed.
Things we think you will enjoy.
Lots of tears. He's really done a great job, and he's just set it up, so it's just getting going, guys, because it sat there for the last year and a half. I mean, we set it up over a year and a half ago, and it just sort of sat there. We hadn't had time to get to it, and Dylan said I can do better. So our new Patreon, patreon.com/the Hangin With Web Show. You can donate and make a pledge for as much as you want, as little as you want. Help support the show. That's going to help us travel to more places and cover more artists, authors, filmmakers, musicians, all kinds of creative
minds of all kinds.
Hey. Wow. That's gonna help us do what we do and keep doing it with this fantastic independent creative community that we're with. So check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Hangin With Web Show, and
.com.
or just drop a message over there and let Dylan know that you're paying attention to us, because he wants to know that his work is counting, and it is. It really is. He's done a fantastic job. So thank you to Dylan Pomichter for that. Thank you to Stephen Pomichter for always lifting up the heavy things and putting them down. And now he is officially recognized. He is merchandised. Ooh. He's like his own action figure.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
You can't tell him that.
A Stephen Pomichter action figure. Would you guys buy one of those? It would pick heavy things up for you and put them down.
That's false advertising. But he could
it
be
would
an
pick
awesome
up small
pop vinyl.
heavy things that were small. Very, very small.
Pop vinyl, though.
Yeah, bobblehead.
Bobblehead's better, because then you could byong.
I would do that all the time. If I had any of my sons, if I had their bobblehead, I would be boop. That'd be fun.
That would be
so yeah, that's Patreon. That's going on. What else do we have going on? The Hangin With Web Show Radio Hour is back in full swing now that we're back from our evacuation.
That's right.
Last week we actually ran the audio from a Comics in the Classroom episode that we guested on.
Yes, with Nicole Jobin.
Talking about Comics in the Classroom, the program, and how it's working and why it's so important. So we ran that on the Hangin With Web Show Radio Hour. You can check that out over on Spreaker.com/show/Hangin With Web Show. Show. I don't know. They do it, not me. I didn't make it up.
That's true.
I didn't get to choose it. They just did it.
Famous Faces and Funnies in Melbourne, Florida is leading the way in pop culture fun. From comic books and graphic novels to Funko Pops and collector's items, Famous Faces and Funnies has it all. Rick Shea and the professional team at Famous Faces and Funnies are friendly and knowledgeable. Whether you're looking for toys, props, collector treasures, or a new comic book, Famous Faces and Funnies is your one-stop shop. To find Famous Faces and Funnies on Facebook and Twitter, just type at FFF Comics.
Now on Amazon.com, ICoin from author Jeremy Mosby. It's an alternate reality, and the leader of the planet ICoin is none other than Benjamin Franklin. When corrupt officials threaten not only ICoin but the Earth as well, an unlikely chosen one, Jeremy, must face dark foes to save the Earth and ICoin alike. Author Jeremy Mosby takes readers on a superhero's adventure through this compelling and imaginative alternate universe. Get ICoin on Amazon.com today. Channeling the Mothership is an exciting journey into the higher mysteries. Certified psychic medium and clairvoyant Jerry McDaniel's readings, writings, and messages have been received by thousands of people in more than 45 countries. These messages have been obtained by channeling his higher self. How does he do it? Is it a blessing or a curse? And what lay beyond the reach of your five senses? Channeling the Mothership. Explore the mysteries of the spiritual and the metaphysical. Channeling the Mothership by author Jerry McDaniel. Available on Amazon.com today.
Every year, tens of millions of people flock to Florida for its sunny beaches and world-famous tourist attractions. Most never learn about the strange and unusual locations just off the beaten path. From the UFOs of Gulf Breeze to Robert the Haunted Doll in Key West, learn about the myths, monsters, and legends from the dark side of the Sunshine State with author Mark Muncy and illustrator Carrie Schultz in their books Eerie Florida and Freaky Florida from the History Press. Find them at eerieflorida.com or wherever books are sold.
Speaking of shows,
we
have some exciting news for our indie music
Awesome,
spotlight.
That's right. The Hangin With Web Show's Indie Music Spotlight, HWWS Indie Music Spotlight, which goes live every week from Spreaker at Spreaker.com/show/ is that it? Hangin With HWWS Indie Music Spotlight.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, there are dashes between everything. So HWWS-indie-music-spotlight.
Just a dash of HWWS.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, see what I did there? It was kind of funny. But you can go over there and you can get music from all kinds of independent musicians all over the world.
Yes.
And we are going to put it on a new night and time because we have so many musicians now. We had been running Thursday nights at 6 p.m. from 6 to 7. We were the prelude to J. Bauer Art's weekly artist update. And that was awesome because we got to kind of bounce right into Josh's show afterwards. But we have so much more music to play. We have over 60 musicians that have sent us music from around the world. And we wanted to have more time because we could only put in about 19 or 20, maybe 22 songs during that hour block, and we wanted to do more. So we are expanding the show to 2 hours, and we are moving to Sundays. Sunday afternoons, early evenings from 4 to 6 will be the new time starting October 13th.
October 13th.
And to kick that off,
not
guys,
a Friday. It's a Sunday.
You could put the event in the chat if you could.
Oh,
to kick that off, what we want to do is we're going to have a special event. We're going to go Facebook Live for an hour from 3 to 4, pre-show live. We're going to talk to some of the musicians. We're going to talk to some of the artists and see how the Indie Music Spotlight has helped them, if it has helped them, talk about their music and things like that. And then at 4 o'clock, we're going to go the inaugural Indie Music Spotlight Sunday show from 4 to 6. We're going to try to send everybody over to the Spreaker link so that you can join the chat. Logging into Spreaker is easy. You can sign up with your Facebook account or your Twitter account. You don't need to give them any special information. Just join the thing. And you can follow the Hangin' With Web Show overall, and you can check out the Indie Music Spotlight.
As Terry MacGyver says, come join us.
That's right. Come and join the party. We have a great time in the chat. Terry MacGyver is usually there, and Jen Hogan is there. Several musicians drop in. We've had Gene Loy stop in the Darren Holland Project, as well as Josh Bauer, J. Bauer Art. Billy Floyd from the Kitchen Killers has come into the chat room. So it's always a good time, and we want to invite as many people as possible to come into the chat, listen to some indie music with us.
Absolutely. It's fantastic.
Just hang out with us a little while.
We've got over 60 different musician groups.
So anyway, we were talking about the Indie Music Spotlight change in day and time. We've been doing it Thursdays at 6 p.m., which we're going to continue to do for the next couple of weeks.
Yes.
But starting October 13th, Sunday, October 13th, we will be running the Indie Music Spotlight Sundays from 4 to 6 p.m. And on the 13th, we're going to do a special Facebook Live to celebrate the move and the change and the fact that we need more time. That is something to celebrate.
Exciting.
We have so much music, and we're helping bring these artists out to more and more people, and we need more time to do that. So we're going to celebrate that on October 13th. Something to look forward to. We're excited about that. And
I'm super excited.
It is. It's great to grow like this.
It is.
It has been great. The Daily Show, the Daily Interview Show. Wow.
Yes.
For those of you that don't know, the Hangin' With Web Show Daily Interview Show on YouTube, we are now up over 10,000 subscribers.
Isn't that awesome?
Holding strong at a little over 10,000 subscribers. Our videos, even with the algorithm changes, are being viewed and watched all over the country and all over the world, and our artists are getting out there.
Well, and we recently did a poll in our creator group, which is our green room for all of our artists.
Yes.
And we listened. We asked what the best time was to drop those interview episodes for everybody. And they said between the hours, somewhere between 6 and 8. And so we chose
6 in the
right
evening.
at 6 o'clock, because that's when everybody gets home from work, and
so
that way you can sit and enjoy your 10 to 15 minutes.
And we've got some great interviews coming up.
Okay. Hello, Elizabeth.
Hello, Elizabeth.
Tina Elizabeth Guthrie and Anthony Travis Obier.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Guys, thanks for coming by and hanging out with us for a little while on Saturday afternoon. We were watching this morning. We got to watch our good friend Mark B. Lee host his Saturday morning cartoons show.
Yes.
It's a great romp through your childhood.
It was.
Or your teendom or whatever.
By the power of Grayskull.
Yes, today was the He-Man cartoons show, and it was
dominance.
It really was. It was an examination of cartoons and their role in the image of masculinity through the ages, and from early cartoons, which were all big tough guy, to coming forward to kind of a more well-rounded guy. I hope we're working on it, ladies. We're working on it, but yeah. So that was a really neat show this morning. Unfortunately, they had some technical problems, so they went off the air a little early. But you can catch that every Saturday morning. Some other things you can catch. We got our good friends, the Kitchen Killers.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, Billy had jumped in the watch party in the creator group. I said, you should come in here.
Yeah, no doubt. So
right.
Our good friends, the Kitchen Killers, 3 nights a week, guys. 3 nights a week. They have the Kitchen Chronicles is Monday nights now.
I love that format.
That is awesome. The Kitchen
really
Chronicles,
is.
Find out where the guys have been, what they've been doing, where they've been playing. if they've been writing, who they've been talking to. It's just a great wrap up of the previous week and sort of a preview of the coming week. Great time. We got to watch, we're watching the evolution of the Kitchen Chronicles from being the Monday afternoon wrap up to them sitting at the table and really talking it out, and then last week they were all plugged in and they had all the gear.
Oh, that was awesome.
It was amazing.
It really was.
And so check out our good friends at Kitchen Kills Monday nights. Wednesday nights, the You Pick 2 night, which is a lot of fun. There's a poll that goes out on Tuesdays. You can vote for the song that you want them to play. There are some covers. There are some originals. Wednesday night comes the You Pick 2 night, and you can listen to those songs, the ones that win. The top 2.
Yes. And you can watch the
Every once in a
Commodore
while.
flick the pick.
That's right. Every once in a while, they will give you an opportunity for a third song. But it's just a nice way to, you get home from work, you unwind, you listen to some music, and you get to choose the music. But every Friday night, live at 9:05, that's what we do with our Friday night. Kicking back in the chat room, watching the guys perform. Amazing music, a lot of fun. You never know who's going to walk on camera to be the taster of the evening.
Oh, that's true.
Could be Josh Mullis, could be Andrew DeFore or Matthew DeFore.
Oh, poor Matthew DeFore. I hope you're feeling
hear that?
well.
That was awesome. Matthew, hopefully you're feeling better.
Yes. Speaking of being crushed, right?
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
But not horribly so, as he said.
No.
He's okay.
No, we also send our best wishes to our good friend Heather Reed.
Oh, yes. So she was in a car crushing
incident.
And she's also okay.
Yes.
Her poor car isn't.
It's been that kind of week.
Yeah.
It's been that kind of week. So we send our thoughts and our prayers out to all of our friends who have had a rough week, because today we're all still here. We're breathing in and out. It's going to be a wonderful week to come.
I think so.
So it's awesome.
Yeah.
But check out the Kitchen Killers live at 9:05 Facebook Live show on Fridays. And then through the week, you can also check out some other great friends and partners of ours. First of all, J Bauer Art, Josh Bauer at J Bauer Art. You can check him out weekly on Thursday nights at 7:30 p.m. The Artist Weekly Update, and you can see what Josh is painting, where he's going to be, where he has been, all of that.
Join in the fun and be one of the Bauer Rangers.
Yes, be a Bauer Ranger.
Bump, bump, ba-dum, bump, bump.
Oh, he hates that. I know he does.
I know. Well,
but
if you can't ride a llama, you can at least be a Bauer Ranger.
That's sure. What? Wow.
It's my logic.
It is. But yeah, come on over and check out the J Bauer Art Weekly Artist Update and enjoy that show. A lot of stream of consciousness there with Josh.
It's true.
And he just kind of talks and about anything and where he's going to be and what he's going to be doing. And then we try to confuse him in the chat room, which is always a lot of fun. So come and help us. We need help.
During this fun.
Wednesdays after the Kitchen Killers You Pick 2, you can hop on over on Facebook Live and check out the main event with Kevin and Mia.
Indeed.
That's, Kevin B. Blood and Mia Dawn Blood produce the main event, which is exactly that. It is a stream of consciousness show, and it is Kevin and Mia's observations on life, the universe, and everything. It is a lot of fun. We have Mia's top 10 lists that are sometimes
love Mia's top.
Those
She's
are
got
kind
some
of
crazy
fun.
top 10s. It's a lot of fun.
She scours. It's not quite the dark web, but it is the odd part of the internet. She spends a lot of time in the weird part of the internet.
The odd web.
The odd web. And she always brings some really cool stuff. She's got some really neat stuff that she brings to the show. And Kevin is just a very entertaining guy with a lot of perspectives and points of view on a lot of different things that you may or may not have thought of. It's a lot of fun. And again, a bulk of the fun is chatting directly with Kevin and Mia in the chat room and interacting with everybody. So check them out. It's Kevin and Mia's main event.
Hi, Kim.
On Wednesdays. And hello. Wonderful daughter Kim Pomichter is in the house.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's
she
Kim
missed us talking up all about the.
That's right. That's Kim from Mommy and G. Get all your merchandise needs filled with Mommy and G. You can go online and check that out. We're going to put links. Did we put links?
No, I'll put links for Mommy and G.
Put a link for Mommy and G down there.
Say hello to Miss Sandy, who manages Moonlight Drive-In.
Hello, Miss Sandy. How are you? Wow. You guys, I hope you guys have been really busy and having a great time. Those are some things. So again, Indie Music Spotlight moving to Sunday. That's coming up.
Yes.
You can catch the Hangin' With Web Show radio hour every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Just play it in the background, hear what kind of pop culture nonsense we're talking about just before you go on over to the J. Bauer Art Artist Weekly Update. Let's see, Kitchen Killers, Josh Bauer, Kevin and Mia, Mark B. Lee's Saturday morning cartoons. Saturday mornings at 9 o'clock. Talk about your childhood. Talk about your favorite cartoons, the impact that they had on your lives. Those are some great things that are ongoing things that we follow, some projects we follow. We've also got a full schedule coming up, too. Next weekend kicks off the fall season for us. We'll be headed to Kissimmee Fandom. Fandom Kissimmee.
Either way works.
Either way.
Yes.
We're going to be there all day. We're going to be with Josh Bauer, J. Bauer Art, who's going to do some live painting with us. We are going to be there with the House of Dun Cutter.
Ooh, we're going to have some fun.
That's right.
Shenanigans.
They're doing the Harry Potter sorting hat ceremony. The House of Dun Cutter, along with Cosplay Michael, are doing the Harry Potter sorting hat ceremony for all of the young people or young at heart people who will be at Fandom Kissimmee.
Indeed.
And we'll be there doing our thing, and maybe we'll get some interview content, some great artists that'll be there, and we'll.
Ooh, we're going to see Gary Rowan out there. We haven't checked in with him for a while. He's looking forward to that.
So that's Fandom Kissimmee, and then after that, where are we headed?
Well, we do have Necronomicon.
We have Necronomicon in October. Yes,
in Tampa.
In Tampa. That was the first pop culture convention that we went to with the show.
Yes.
And they invited us in way back in 2016.
I don't know if I can count backward that far.
And we went there, and we did a couple years there. This is our season 5 for the show, for the interview show, and we are trying to reconnect and go back to those places that gave us a good head start in the very beginning. So we'll be headed back to Necronomicon in October.
Joanne Fisher's The Spanish Doll. Secrets in Italy? Oh, yes. Her beauty strikes him like a thunderbolt sent by the goddess Venus. When Fiore is given a peculiar gift, a Spanish doll, she is thrown into a whirlwind of entangled passion, money, secrets, and love. Get swept away today by Hangin' With Web Show featured author Joanne Fisher's The Spanish Doll. Available now on Amazon.com.
The Planetary Alliance has fallen, replaced by the conglomerate.
Governed by the universe's most powerful corporation.
One planet stands alone.
Earth.
Captain Reginald Epsilon and his ship, the Stingray.
A new prototype warship that took a decade of research and development refused to recognize his new commander.
And he disappeared in the blink of an eye.
An
all-out manhunt for Epsilon and the Stingray was on. The ruthless Admiral Roth uses Epsilon's executive officer, the stunning Lieutenant Jesse Smythe.
And her little sister Maggie has pawned in his brutal game of cat and mouse.
Can Epsilon save Maggie?
And prevent the most powerful warship in the universe from falling into corrupt hands?
Hands hell-bent on destroying Earth? Find out in Stingray You Can't Hide Forever.
On Amazon.com.
You have more options than ever before when choosing a film, a television or internet series, a book to curl up with, or even a radio show or podcast. Get to know the people who are creating for you. The Hangin' With Web Show, hosted by award-winning author and journalist GW Pomichter, is the internet's fastest growing web talk show series. The Hangin' With Web Show features professional, yet casual, in-depth interviews with creative arts and entertainment pros. Meet the people behind a digital revolution in creating more quality content than ever before in the history of media. Find the Hangin' With Web Show on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, or simply go to www.hanginwithshow.com. That's www.hanginwithshow.com.
In the summer of 1953, private investigator Will Lucky Marks was working as the in-house private eye for Arcane Pacific Pictures. Trapped inside the studio with the killer, Lucky must find the killer before time runs out. Lot 28. Own it today. Available iTunes and Amazon.com.
And this fall, we're kicking off the convention season, winding down 2019 with some great appearances. So we're a lot of fun there.
That's right. Stay tuned. We're going to have fun.
That's right. In December, we're headed out of state. We're going to
Ocean City Comic-Con.
With our great friends from ACES, Asylum Convention Entertainment Services,
Indeed.
Heather Reed and the crew. We are looking forward to that. Oh, up in the corner there, we got a reminder. I love that. That's great. IndieCon 2020 is in Orlando. We're going to be headed over there also. That was my little thing, and my little reminder came up there.
Oh, how funny.
Love that. That's awesome.
Oh, we've got a lot of we are
2020 is going to be
2020
is going to be a just bang up year.
I know we haven't even finished 2019. Of course, we skipped some events
well, and
in
some
between,
things.
we'll
Thanks to our buddy off the coast, Dorian. Space Coast Comic-Con had to be rescheduled.
Oh, I know that made us all so sad.
But the nice thing is that because we obviously didn't have the Comic-Con, immediately Jake and Dave kicked into gear for next year's.
Yes.
And so February
8th and 9th,
Space Coast Comic-Con 2020, they're rocking it. And
They
then
are
in
rocking
October, we also have
October 26th
is the Spacey Awards. The Spacey Awards ceremony.
Rubik's Cafe
so we can
and
find
Games
out
in Melbourne.
who the winners are for the Spacey Awards in 2019.
Indeed.
Wow.
And hello, Michelle Ray, all the way from Glasgow, Scotland. How fantastic is that?
I'm sure her accent is so much better than
I'm
yours.
sure it is. Hers is real.
That's true. That's true. It's kind
It's
of
a thought that counts.
It
right?
is.
Yeah.
It is. Never let it be said that we didn't go completely and utterly stereotypical somewhere during the show. I'm teasing.
That makes me so sad.
I did not.
I didn't. It's
I
okay,
know.
I'm fine.
What? Hello from Glasgow, Scotland. Hello, Michelle Ray. Hello. Guys, we are the Hangin With Web Show, we're the crew of the Hangin With Web Show. And today is the Hangin With Web Show Live. We are giving you updates on where we're going to be, what we're going to be doing, just general things that make us happy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lots of fun things.
So
I like all the fun things.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You know what's fun?
What?
Because we have such an awesome community.
Yes,
right?
we do.
And we were recently talking about our Indie Music Spotlight, and we are going to be at Fandom Kissimmee next weekend.
We are, but you know what?
However, that's right.
That's right. Our good friend and Hangin With Web Show alum, David Vincent Bob, has his feature film Right Before Your Eyes. He has been granted or negotiated for national distribution in small theaters all over the country. And it's premiering in the theater in Philadelphia on the 21st, September the 21st. And our good friends, Billy Floyd and the Commodore, will be headed there. The film features, as its last song in its soundtrack, Walkin' Man, a Billy Floyd original that is regularly performed by the Kitchen Killers during their weekly shows. And the film, that's the last song in the film's soundtrack. And so the guys are headed there.
They are.
To hang out with David Vincent Bob, DBB, and check out Right Before Your Eyes. And
I have another one for you.
Oh, yeah?
Because there's lots of stuff happening next weekend.
There is.
Yes. Another one of our Hangin' With alumni crew is the Inferno Being.
Oh, yes.
And they have
this is
some
cool.
Fantastic news. If nobody has heard, why haven't you heard?
Yeah, well, okay, well, guys, let's rewind. Let's just do current events then, okay? Because
okay.
All over Facebook, everybody knows that there was a big push for the whole, invade Area 51.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, started out as a Facebook giggle, I guess, for everybody, but it gained huge traction. It went viral, as they say.
Yes.
And everybody was posting memes and things like that. It really did look like something was being planned, to go out to Area 51 in Nevada. And for those of you who don't know, Groom Dry Lake Bed, Area 51, which is very, very popular for conspiracy theorists and for all kinds of, is in Rachel, Nevada. And as that wave grew, so did imagination and popular culture. So we have several of our author friends have done bits in a recent anthology series that are, all about what could or should or would be out of Area 51.
The Area 51 anthology. And actually, because Terry A. Wilson, one of our great authors.
That's right.
Did that. Sherry Rensler also has a story in that. Story. It was, We Believe, Do You? Or We Know the Truth, Do You?
We Know the Truth, that's right. So, yes. Mike Fern, the one and only Inferno Being from Brothers of Alien Rock, one of our indie musicians, and a whole group of others as well, decided that since people were obviously headed to Rachel, Nevada anyway, They should have something to do while they were there besides getting themselves in trouble storming the gates of a top-secret military installation. So there will be a music festival in Rachel, Nevada, the Area 51. What's it? Don't Storm the. What is it? What's it called? The actual festival is don't. I don't know.
No, it's Alien Stock.
Alien Stock, they're calling it. That's right, Alien Stock. So if you're headed to Rachel, Nevada, if you were going out to the Area 51, Storm the Gates, or whatever it is, Alien Stock will be happening in Rachel, Nevada, and our good friends Inferno Being and the Brothers of Alien Rock will be there performing.
Don't Storm the Gates is
Don't
their
Storm the
new
Gates
song.
is their new song.
Yes,
that's right.
Which you can hear on the Hangin' With Web Show Indie Music Spotlight.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
So yeah, we can catch Inferno Being and the Brothers of Alien Rock out at Alien Stock. Is that what you said?
Alien Stock.
I said that. Okay.
Yeah. Do you know they were actually interviewed for an article in Time Magazine? The brothers.
That's cool. That is the best use of one of these Facebook or social media trends that I've ever seen, was to take something that had become so huge so fast as a matter of popular imagination and twist it into something fun for everybody. And please, guys, if you're going out to Rachel, Nevada, enjoy the music, enjoy the food, spend a little money at the Little Alien out on the extraterrestrial highway.
That was fun.
Please don't storm the gates.
No.
Please don't storm the gates.
Rock to the music.
Rock to the music.
Yes.
That's right. Be safe, have fun, and enjoy what we can do with our own imaginations. And there'll be plenty of it out there. So enjoy that a lot. So that's Brothers of Alien Rock, and that's happening just next weekend too.
It is too.
That's our schedule.
Ooh, Christian Basil just joined the room.
Christian Basil. Speaking of Christian Basil, they are getting really, really, really popular online. It's exciting to see.
That's fantastic.
Christian Basil, a host of the Hangin' With Web Show's Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. And Christian is out there. They are launching their new website right now. They're in testing and they're, whatever.
It's over at
the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS.com.
The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS.com.
That's right. And you can catch the weekly Legend of the Traveling TARDIS radio show. They break down everything Doctor Who, everything in the Whoniverse.
Yes, the Whoniverse.
That's right. And they break it all down. Man, they go episode by episode during the when the show's airing. But they also, in between series, as they call it in the BBC, in between seasons, they also do breakdowns of Doctor Who toys, interviews with Doctor Who celebrities.
And the Big Finish audio.
Big Finish audio.
Yes.
They do a lot of that stuff. And so you guys want to check out the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. That is every single Saturday morning. Now, if you're out on the West Coast, you can check them out. I'm not sure the Krypton Radio. Krypton Radio is the station of first broadcast for all of the Hangin' With Web Show, HWWS Media Group shows. But after that, you can catch it on Spreaker.com, and you can catch it starting at 8 a.m. Saturday mornings. So that's Saturday mornings.
Yes.
What are we missing? What day are we missing? Tuesday. Has anybody got a Tuesday show?
Well,
I don't know if we can have a Tuesday show because honestly,
No.
I'll tell you, we have to do our pop culture homework.
That's right.
We need one day a week
We need a day.
where we can actually watch, what's going on in the big world of pop culture.
That's true.
One day a week when Christian can get caught up on Doctor Who and we can get caught up on all the other stuff, maybe even read a book.
What? That's crazy talk.
I know it's crazy talk, but we've got books to read.
We do. And shows to watch.
And shows to watch.
Yeah.
And we have to stay one day a week to get caught up on everything. And then Sundays again, starting October 13th, will be the Hangin' With Web Show Indie Music Spotlight debut at the new day and time, giving us more time. We'll have 2 hours, guys. 2.
Uno, dos.
2
Dosage.
hours of
Guess
music.
what? Sorry. Dosage. Uno, dos. Oh, man. Come on. I thought that was cool. Back me up, Jen. Right? That was funny.
Don't back her up, Jen. Don't. Oh my Lord. Yeah. So there's a lot going on, and we unpacked a lot. I mean, we got a lot going on, a lot coming up. So do everyone in our community is going to be really, really busy.
Oh, yes.
Coming up here.
We are all everywhere, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
What has been your favorite part of watching this whole community grow?
I think it's just all of the connections that we have. It's really amazing to see, oh, hey, guess what? These two know each other from here, or those two know each other from here, and all the different connect the dots. I love that. That's been like the Kitchen Killers who are going to Philly for David Vincent Bob's premiere.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That was pretty sweet. just like we were talking about the Area 51. So the brothers are going all the way out to Rachel, but then we still have the authors who are doing the Area 51 anthology. And so many of the different people that we know are connected through that. This weekend currently going on, speaking of authors, is PennCon.
That's right.
Out in St. Louis. And
Yes.
I saw a wonderful picture online with Sherry Lynn, who is one of our HWWS authors, who's a lot of fun. She's our favorite because we saw her first. I didn't make up that rule. She made up that rule. But she had taken a picture with A.D. Ellis, who was also on our featured authors list. So it's so cool to see all the connections that happen. I love that.
It is a lot of fun. Dina, how about you? What has been your favorite part of this journey, you know, kind of as the show and all of our community has grown so much?
Yeah, the growth and the friendship that we have with everybody from all over the place. I mean, Terry's in a whole different country.
Yeah, Terry stays up all night long. I have no idea how this man works because Terry's up all night long. He's up listening to the Indie Music Spotlight. I think it's it's like 3 a.m. there when the guys start on Friday night. When the guys start the Friday night 905 show, it's like 3 a.m. for Terry. It was like
Terry never sleeps.
I don't think he does. Terry, are you a robot?
What?
It never occurred to me. Terry could be an
Android.
an AI,
Yes.
an Irish AI. So that's an AI with a brogue. What do we got here?
He just did that for Mark B. Lee.
Ooh, I can't wait to see what Mark does with that.
That looks really
MLB
cool, doesn't
Entertainment.
it?
That is fantastic. That's
Yes.
Mark B. Lee's company again. Mark B. Lee,
See,
Saturday morning
connections.
cartoons. Mark also does some amazing Facebook Live walkthroughs when he is doing. He hosts panels at conventions, and he does it so incredibly well. And he does Facebook Live broadcasts from those conventions, and in addition to Saturday morning cartoons and some great interview content, he also is a spokesperson for Celestis Space Flights, which is
pretty amazing.
The Celestis space flights are funerary space flights.
Alien invaders enslave Earth.
Unleashing hunters into the ruin wastes.
One young survivor struggles to elude their monsters, clinging to hope.
When he's stolen off the planet by a sarcastic starship AI, they pit their uneasy alliance against a treacherous galaxy.
Explore a whole new verse of barbarism and betrayal.
Wonder and adventure.
In the Scion series
by Michael J. Allen.
Beginning with Book 1, Scion Conquered Earth.
Available in print, ebook, and audio on Amazon.com.
At Xavier'sManifestThyWill.com. Do you crave solutions to your everyday problems? Get rich, find love, and become happy. Xavier, Master of the Dark Arts, may have the powers you need to prevail. Don't give up because other spellcasters have failed you. At Xavier'sManifestThyWill.com. Life does not have to be as hard as you see it. Xavier, an astrologist and psychic, carries out rituals and casts spells conscientiously, and he has the power to prevail in situations deemed impossible by other spellcasters. At ManifestThyWill.com, see for yourself the difference real magic can make. Go to ManifestThyWill.com today.
This is Cosplay Michael with the Hangin With Web Show. I want to tell you about my friends at Embellis Effects in Orlando, Florida. They've got makeup, costumes, and props for all of your costume needs. And the team at Embellis Effects is helpful and friendly. Embellis Effects is one of my favorite places, and I know it will be yours too. I'll see you there. Or go to EmbellisEffects.com. And remember, cosplay is for everyone.
What did Brian put up?
Okay, Brian put a joke in the feed, and
Oh no!
What do you call a person who ditches church on Sunday? Christian Bale.
Okay.
I thought that was funny. What do you call a person who ditches church on Sunday? Sorry.
That hurt my head. Brian, that hurt. that. Oh my God.
Terry thought it was funny. Of course, Terry would.
Terry thinks that some of my puns are funny.
They are. Terry has some funny ones too, though.
Terry has some funny puns. For an AI, Terry has incredibly funny puns.
So, no, Jen, you're all right. That was like a total dad joke.
Oh.
But Brian is a dad, so it's okay.
That's right. Brian is a dad, so he can make dad jokes. That one hurt a little bit.
But it's still within our pop culture universe. So
it is. So we'll take
5 points to Gryffindor House.
Nice. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Wow, guys.
Thank you.
You're watching the Hangin' With Web Show live. We have nothing to talk about this Saturday afternoon, and we are doing a fine job of talking about nothing.
I can talk about nothing all day.
No,
Don't say a word, anybody.
No. We're not talking about nothing all day. Just for a little while today. We're just.
Terry answered your AI question.
Oh?
Yes, and he said in order for AI to survive or to continue,
yes,
we need sarcasm.
Yes. Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
Isn't that fantastic?
Yes.
Yes. Oh boy, Brian is still at it.
Oh no, is there another dad joke?
Well,
I can't see I don't see the chat
yeah,
feed.
because it has to be turned up. But he said that he once tried to stay up all night to see where the sun went, and then it finally dawned on him.
Oh. We need sound effect. We need sound effect. Last week we were at the Kitchen Killer show at the
at Rubik's Cafe.
Rubik's Cafe. That was a lot of fun, and the guys played, and we had all kinds of technical difficulties. I think at one time we had like 6 phones and cameras trying to record and webcast,
crazy live feeds and
live feed at the same time.
It was fun, and so many. It was just like the most cool place. We walked in, and Cosplay Michael went.
Yeah, I didn't think he was ever going to leave.
He didn't know where to go first.
No, he didn't.
He truly didn't.
So. Wow. Yeah, so we did that last week, and of course, we talked about our evacuation.
We did. During the hurricane. Well, we all thumbed our eye at Dorian because, you missed us. And then Mother Nature almost sent Umberto after us this weekend.
I told you whose fault that was.
It is not my fault.
We were passing through Colorado a couple of years ago on our way back from San Diego. Now, yes, I know if you take your map out, you'll see that Colorado's not exactly on your way back from San Diego. We were taking a roundabout way just to see the country. And she stole a river.
I didn't steal the whole river.
She stole a river rock from the Colorado River. And by the time we had crossed into Kansas, into Tornado Alley, there were 3 tornadoes that chased us across Kansas.
It's actually really true. You could see them.
They were in the
side mirror. It was.
And we determined that it was all because the Colorado River wanted its rock back because she stole it. Now, we had our evacuation during Dorian to Tennessee, and we went on long hikes.
It was beautiful.
With Dylan and Kim and Giselle, and Steven came with us, and it was a great time. But as it turns out, we arrived back home to find out that Sage had stolen another rock from a mountain in Tennessee.
And a walnut.
And then it was announced that there was another storm, and it was headed right for the Space Coast. So Space Coast, you decide. Is it her fault? She steals from nature, and then nature comes to get it back. Near as I can tell, my logic train works.
I am so totally innocent.
That is so not true. Deanna, are you gonna let her claim this massive innocence?
No, if I can stop laughing.
Oh wow. So
can you believe it? Man.
So anyway, but when all life is good, it is not even raining here.
Not anymore.
And
it was raining this morning.
Staying out to sea, which is good, which means apparently you didn't steal an important rock.
No.
That's good.
If I had it with me, I'd show it to everybody, but I don't.
So next week, Fandom Kissimmee. So you guys can tune in next week.
We will be
live from Fandom Kissimmee.
Indeed.
On the set, hanging out. Josh Bauer will be live painting. We will be getting ready for or having just finished up the Harry Potter sorting hat ceremony with the House of Gun Cutter and Cosplay Michael. Sadly, our Dumbledore, the one and only Billy Floyd, will be not there, but for a good and happy reason.
For a very good reason.
Because he and the Commodore will be in Philly jamming with David Vincent Bob for Right Before Your Eyes.
That's it, walking that red carpet, baby.
And count it down, guys. 3 weeks. October 13th.
Yes.
Will be the premiere of the HWWS Indie Music Spotlight's new time and day. That's Sundays from 4 to 6. But on that day, on October 13th, tune in Facebook Live at 3 p.m. We're going to talk to musicians. We're going to talk to some great folks. We're going to have people calling in, chatting in. It'll be great. And then we're all going to go over to Spreaker, and we're going to listen to some awesome indie tunes for 2 hours.
Oh, we are.
And that's just something. It's 2 hours. You can put that on your iPod or your tablet or your phone in the car, Bluetooth it to your speakers, and you'll have 2 hours of amazing independent music. All kinds.
Fantastic.
Pop, rap, country, alternative.
We have everything.
We got everything.
From everywhere.
Yeah, it's awesome. It is fantastic.
I'm super excited. And there's new music, too. So if there are artists that you're familiar with, we actually have new music always, constantly coming in from everybody.
And coming up, now we were going to do
Jen thought you said Streaker, but it was too late.
I might have said, did I say Streaker? I might have said Streaker.
Possibly.
I don't know why. It's a Freudian slip. That's what's going on the Hangin' With Web Show, guys. Coming up next week, we've got what episodes do we have coming up next week?
Oh, you want to know what's coming up?
I would like to know, please. What is coming up next week for the Hangin' With Web Show?
Well, starting Monday.
Monday. That's right.
Yes. Starting Monday, we have our interview with Michael Spooner, otherwise known as Rockin' Michael.
Yes.
And since we're talking about music, that is actually the perfect segue.
Okay,
and
so Michael Spooner, interview with Michael Spooner.
Yep, he is the celebrity impersonator of Bret Michaels.
Yes. So Michael Spooner will be Monday.
Mm-hmm.
What's Tuesday?
Tuesday is going to be Cynthia P. O'Neill.
Oh,
wonderful
Cynthia's a lot of
Cynthia.
fun.
Yes, she is, especially when we go to events and she makes the most awesome cookies. She makes these little chocolate balls, and they are fantastic when you take them out of the package and put them in your mouth.
Leave that there.
And then on Wednesday, we have Josh Zeppis.
Michelle, Ray, glad to see you guys. Thanks for playing the maybes.
Oh,
Michelle,
absolutely.
you're very welcome. Thanks for sending the maybes to be played.
That's right.
I say this in the chat all the time, and when you're typing it, there's something that's not as easily conveyed. But I really believe this. I hope everyone in the chat knows this. I hope everybody who watches the show knows. I really believe that it is a privilege to do what we do.
Yes.
It is an honor to be a part of so many creative journeys.
And to share all of that.
And to be a part of that process is something that is humbling and is something that we never take for granted, I hope. I love what we do. So it is an honor. Thank you for sharing the music and letting us share it with our audience, Michelle. So where were we? Tuesday was Cynthia P. O'Neill.
Mm-hmm. Wednesday is Josh Zeppis.
Josh Zeppis. Oh.
Broke is no joke.
Broke is no joke. Great. He's an author. He's a motivational speaker.
He is.
We had a chance to talk to him on set, on and off camera. So much fun and so much energy.
Oh, it was awesome.
And he's passionate about showing the arts community how to monetize and be successful.
Yes.
And meet their goals.
And freedom. Yeah. Freedom from the rat race.
Freedom from that rat race that all artists, we all struggle to get broken free.
Yes. Escape the rat race.
And he is all about sharing his knowledge with folks. So that's that awesome interview on Wednesday. Mm-hmm. And then on Thursday.
On Thursday, we have Aurora St. James.
Oh,
who we spoke with at Space Coast Book Lovers.
Uh-huh.
And we talked about her whole series.
Yeah.
The magic, the Dragon Shifters. But Nikolai of Samar was the latest one. Woo. If anybody takes a look at that cover, hubba hubba. Just saying.
Yeah, I hate that guy.
Did you just say hubba hubba?
I
don't even know who that
hubba.
guy is. I hate that guy.
It was beautiful.
Did you see the guy on the cover?
I did.
That's really.
I did. Yeah.
Wow.
So okay. So also
you feel my pain? Wow.
Friday, we have the interview that we did with Scott Meehan, who it was wonderful to reconnect with him at Indie Book Fest.
Scott was one of the first interviews we did at IBF in 2015, that fall of 2015, when we first did our first IBF. Scott, U.S. Army veteran, career Army officer, retired and is doing books now, some fantastic stories that he's telling.
Yeah, when you watch that interview, it's wonderful because he brought over a poster of his latest project,
mm-hmm.
which is the Century 21 Pulp anthology.
Yes.
And it's gorgeous on the set.
It is. And
that's also what
the book cover
will look like.
Just great to reconnect with Scott because it's been a couple of years since we had him on the show that first time. And the show was barely a show. It was me with my phone and, kind of yelling at the camera.
Well, and we didn't really have a name for the show yet.
No, so it was good to put him on set now that we have what we have. And we're so fortunate to have all the show grow. Thank you. Where are they?
Which camera are we at, Dina?
Pick a play.
Where are we?
Where do I? Oh, no, I don't know where to look.
Thank
you. Everybody. Thank you so much for making the show grow. 10,000 subscribers strong on YouTube. There's 14,000 people here on Facebook.
I know, right?
It's amazing.
It's fantastic.
And Cliff Ryan is in the house. Hello, Cliff.
Hello, Cliff.
From the Foxwood Wine Company.
Oh, yes.
The Foxwood Wine Company has some really big things happening coming up here.
They do. Actually,
they've got a lot of different things that they're working on.
Yes. Our interview on Monday came from the Foxwood Wine Company when we were on set.
That's right. Michael Spooner
on location.
Did.
Yeah.
So the Foxwood Wine Company are great partners and friends of the Foxwood Wine Company. Cliff Ryan. They are going to be making announcements here in the coming weeks They've got some really cool.
Woo-hoo, just you wait, everybody.
Watching him grow that company has been like watching a really neat chess game. Always moving, always shaking, always something good happening. And so we can't wait to hear the official announcements that are coming from the Foxwood Wine Company up the road. Guys, 6 p.m. weekdays, every day on YouTube, you can catch the Hangin' With Web Show webisodes, interview episodes with interviews with artists, authors, filmmakers, musicians, creative minds of all kinds. Beat you to it.
I was ready.
You know you were. Saturdays starting today. Actually, starting a couple of weeks ago because we did Daniel Taylor's interview right here. We did.
It was the hurricane interrupted us.
The hurricane. I like that. Yeah. So but starting right now, every Saturday around noon, we're going to be doing the Hangin' With Web Show live. Thursday evenings at 7 p.m. you can catch on Krypton Radio or Spreaker, the Hangin' With Web Show radio hour. Saturday mornings you can catch the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Friday nights you can catch the Kitchen Killers live at 9:05 on Facebook.
Yes.
But you can also catch that on our Spreaker channel where you can catch the audio of all of their work for that week.
Indeed.
As it drops. Josh Bauer Art, we can do Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Sundays starting October 13th, the Indie Music Spotlight. And then
it's actually really good. We moved
Tuesdays I will sleep. I'm officially declaring Tuesdays my day to sleep, day of rest.
That is not going to happen.
Probably not. Again, guys, if you guys are looking for something to do on Saturday morning, bright and early, about 9 o'clock, for many of you that, are working all week long, Saturday morning, you try to, kind of crash in or whatever, we put it up on the Apple TV. As we wake up in the morning and drop Mark B. Lee's Saturday morning cartoons up on the Apple TV, and it's a lot of fun to start our Saturday morning the way we did when we were kids.
I know, right?
With some cartoons. And Mark's always got some fantastic clips. Dennis Cutter's in the house. Thank you, Dennis, for coming by.
Oh, see, we already talked about him, too.
We did. We talked about Dennis Cutter, the mad scientist himself, and the House of Dunn Cutter will be performing the Harry Potter sorting hat ceremony for the children and young at heart at Fandom Kissimmee. Yes. And we're looking forward to working with Dennis and Tara. Cosplay Michael will be out there. It's going to be a great time. And come and get sorted into your house.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm a Ravenclaw myself.
So she says, we'll find out.
No, I already am.
I know. I'm just saying.
You from Slytherin House?
Tease them a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
Make them come to Fandom. Tease them a little bit.
Yes.
See?
Come to Fandom.
Find out.
Be on the stage from 2:30 to 3:30. We're on the main stage. Woohoo!
That's right, everybody.
Sorted into your house.
Yeah, we can wait and watch everybody come in and say hello to everybody, but that we will literally be here forever.
We would be here all day. That's right.
And I love that about this community. You guys are all so amazing. Yep.
Oh, Mark loves us almost as much as Captain Crunch.
All right. Guys, thanks for being with us today. We sucked up your lunch hour.
Thank you. Thank you for letting us suck up to you.
Yes. What? Did you really? Wow.
I'll be here all week, but I will see you again.
That's right.
And where you're doing
and we keep following what you guys are doing, so keep sending us information. If you guys are at a convention, if you're at a show, if you're touring. Jen is doing so much with musicians online, and Terry is everywhere we go. Again, Terry is actually an Irish AI.
Mm-hmm. He never sleeps.
He never sleeps. He's always there, and
he has the slowest computer on the face of the planet.
We're going to wrap it up.
Awesome.
Thank you to Josh Bauer at J. Bauer Art for the art that adorns our set when we travel. We want to thank Foxwood Wine Company for these fantastic leather chairs for the set.
Oh, yes. Love the comfy chairs.
And for all of their support. Thank the Kitchen Killers for supporting us from day one. We want to thank Mark B. Lee and Saturday Morning Cartoons for all of his support and love. And for giving me all the pointers I needed to at least navigate Dragon Con. Even though I didn't get to see him, you were with me in spirit, brother, because without you and your advice, I would have been lost. So bless you for all your guidance, brother.
I also want to say thank you to Famous Faces and Funnies, Rick Shea, and the glorious geeky crew right here in Melbourne for
yes, well, we're gonna have
up to date with all the comics and
free comic and cosplay day coming up.
There is.
We're going to be down there hanging out. Cosplay Michael's going to be down there. Comar Things Productions are going to be down there, and it's going to be a great time.
Thank you to Space Coast Comics, Chuck and Dave, who.
Chuck and Dave and
with Space Coast Comic Con, and we will be seeing you at the Spacies October the 26th.
That's right. We're looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you to Chuck Fresh and Jake Estrada over at IndieCon 2020. The Indie Originals crew, they have been amazing sources of talent and inspiration. So thank you to them. Thank you.
NCS Live TV. Thank you,
NCS
Kevin
Live
Gillette.
TV. Thank you for all of your support, for putting us up on your collection of channels and shows. Thank you to all of you. And we're going to wrap it up. Remember, everybody, stay tuned in, stay logged on, and see who we're hanging with next.